hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, Entertainment? So I'm coming to y'all with another recap. We're talking Blueface and Chrisean, episode 4, Chrisean Love. Okay, the one that everybody low key watching, but they don't really want to talk about like that because it's toxic. Okay, so we picked up where we left off, where they're leaving the doctor's appointment to find out, to look at the baby and everything like that, and just to decide what they're going to do with the baby. And the mom is still freaking out, and she's like, "No, let me go." Okay, so the mom tries to get past to tell Blueface. Basically, what the mom was trying to tell Blueface is, if Chrisean were to unalive the baby at that time in filming, because she was already a little bit more pregnant than she was, I think, like a few months along, then she could end up, being unalived because of the risks. So the mom was just telling Blueface that, and Blueface, he couldn't care less. He got right up in that car, and that luxury car, and dipped on niggas. Like, he didn't really care. So that shows how much he really cares. So the mom is adorable too, by the way. Like, to me, I just like the mom. Like, I like the mom. Out of the whole family, I like the mom. Like, I like the mom. Like, I just get good vibes from her. Like, you could tell she's not an evil person. You could tell, like, she didn't mistreat her kids, from what, of course, I don't know their family history, but just the vibes that I get from her. Like, I get good vibes off the mom. All right. So Rock's dog also, that dog unruly. Like, that's a vicious dog. Like, he just be barking everywhere, just rustling. Like, even Marsh had to keep yelling at the dog, talking about, "Rock, come here, come, Blue Rock." And y'all need to stop bringing that dog everywhere. Like, it's just an unruly ass dog. Like, damn. So after that happens, Rock's just yelling at the mom, telling the mom to calm down. Which, thank God the mom said that, and the mom has a good point though, because let's say Rock did unalive the baby at that time, she would have got pregnant again. So it really would have made a difference, because it just would have happened all over again. So it wouldn't have mattered had she, unalived the baby, because it would have been a repetitious pattern, and she would have kept getting knocked up, getting knocked up, getting knocked up. So it wouldn't have did nothing. So the mom has a good point when she mentions that. I didn't really think about that too when I made up my mind as to if she should, in my opinion, on if she should keep the baby or not. So that's a good point, Mom. I'm just saying, it's a good point. So, Rock and Blue perform at high school. I want to know, what high school approved that performance? She was shy to go out, which, if y'all don't know, a lot of performers are like that. Like, actors and stuff, they be so shy, but when they come out perform, it's like a whole nother animal. So she was shy at first, and then she comes out or whatever, and she's like, "Y'all ready?" And they start playing "It's Survive." And Blueface comes out, he raps his song, and they leave the gymnasium. All the kids going crazy, because that's the new Bobby and Whitney. So, flash to the black screen. Blue and Rock decided it would be smart to bring them all together for dinner. Blue's family, Rock's family. Bad idea. I'm like, whose bright idea was that? So Carlista pulls up. Carlista look good. Like, that's the bad bitch. Y'all need to put her on Baddies List. Natalie. Nat. We need to put her on Baddies List. Now, that's the baddie. Okay? Say what you want about her. I think she's very toxic. Y'all know how I feel about her. Okay? I think she low-key wants Blue more than a son, because of the stuff that she does. You shouldn't be meddling in. But Natalie, put her on Baddies.
Natalie, stop it!
Stop it! Don't hate, because I'm telling you, like, the outfit was sickening. She just looked sickening. Like, she just looked good. She looked good. So she's like, "Oh, where's Jonathan? I need to call Jonathan." So he's not answering. Are you serious? I've been waiting like an hour. Because y'all know how Carlissa talks. And the reason why is I guess Jonathan got cold feet. Okay, Mr. Blue got cold feet and didn't want to, do the family dinner, which thank God he got cold feet. I feel like this scene would have ended up deadly or with fist throw. I don't think it would have ended up peaceful because the stepdad, although I like the stepdad, he seemed like he on the same type of timing that, the family be on. So I don't think that would have ended up real good for, the stepdad and everything. He might have swan blue. We would have had another season 1 all over again. Of course, I know that, that was the dad that he hit the first time. This is stepdad. But still, you never know. It could have ended up real bad. Okay. So Carlissa, aka Dumb Mama, ends up waiting. But since Mr. Blueface didn't show up, she ends up dipping on niggas. Okay. So they get to the dinner and they show them all kind of discussing alcohol. They're like, oh, y'all gonna put out this drink. That's the problem. Okay. Y'all drinking that Hennessy. That's a rotten nigga. That's the issue. And I'm like, thank you for acknowledging that. Okay. The biggest issue of that family is the alcohol. Blame it on the zoo. Blame it on the alcohol. Yeah, like it's the alcohol. That's the biggest issue of that family. They drink a lot. From the sister, the mom even drinks a good amount. Like you could tell, like they be that alcohol down. So they start to, talk about their issues, especially when it comes to the sister and her, swinging on the sister. And the stepdad was the only one making sense. He was the only one making sense. He's like, if you stop telling them your business, then she not gonna know to put it. She not gonna get in your business. And if you stop trying to find out what she got going on, she not gonna tell you. So then you guys all could calm down. And the whole time, both of them on their phones like this. And I'm like, see, y'all don't listen. And then y'all wonder. Y'all don't listen. And to me, that was disrespectful as hell. He really should have cussed both of y'all out because he was speaking some truth and y'all wasn't listening. Y'all just out here on their phones, just chilling. Okay? Like, come on now. Like, to me, that was like wrong. Because he was speaking some truth. And he even slammed the table. He's like, y'all not gonna listen. I'm just saying. Chrisean just started laughing. So they end up moving outside. The conversation moves outside. And they start to resolve the situation when it comes to the sister because they feel like she was aggressive. I'm glad Marsh called her out on that because the sister was doing too much. And that's because she was drunk. She was doing too much when it comes to, her being so mad about the freaking her not Chrisean not being herself. Like you was getting too much in her face. You breathing all that alcohol juice all up in her mouth, in her face that she pregnant. She not supposed to be breathing in them juices. Okay, like that was wrong. You okay? Chrisean all here she smelled all the alcohol. No wonder she got mad and swing at you. I don't think Chrisean should swing though because you pregnant, but you was acting extra like hard on her for no reason. Like you was acting very aggressive on her. Marsh called her out on that. And they start going back and forth. And Marsha's like, no, don't get mad at me like that. Cause like, I'm just trying to help the situation. Like I respect y'all family, I respect our family. Marsh is one of the realest on, I think, Rock's team. I just wish she wouldn't enable her. That's the only problem when it comes to Marsh for me. Like, I just feel like she needs to really start telling Rock the truth, even though if Rock could get mad at her. Cause it's like, who else gonna be your friend, Rock? Scotty and them not your friends like that. Like, sorry to break it to you. Those are your party friends. Those are what you call party friends, okay? You go to the baddies, east, west, north. You party with that. Okay, they might pop up at appearances and stuff, but those aren't the girls that you call when you feeling hard and down. Marsh is the type of girl I could tell that she calls when she feeling hard and down. So it's like, if she telling you the truth, don't be getting mad at the girl because it's like that's your real true friend right there, okay? The sister and Rock are the same person. They just operate differently. They really are the same person to me. Like the sister Tasiki is just a little bit more. See, I know how to pronounce her name now. Props up to me, nigga. Tasiki and Rock, they're the same person. They just operate very differently. Tasiki just is a little bit more cautious on like what she says and does, and knows how to kind of control stuff a lot better. But when both of them get that alcohol in them, it's a wrap. So they're on their way to the lie detector test. Rock doesn't even have a seatbelt on. That it be the little things I'll be noticing that she'd be like, I'll be like, ooh. And Blue out here speeding and you know, chasing this. I don't want to sound like a lame, but it's like, I gotta understand, like, when you pregnant, it's like, it's a whole different ball game. Like, when you not pregnant, okay, like, it's free game, but you pregnant, put that seatbelt on. Maybe it's because I was just in the accident. I don't know. So they get to the lie detector test place, and it's John Grogan, the polygraph white guy. That guy has been on every YouTube show, every TV show, every movie. Like, we done seen this guy everywhere. I know his rate is high because that nigga is always booked. I mean, goddamn. So they get to some of the questions, which this the thing with the lie detector test. I thought lie detector test was supposed to be done in a controlled environment. I thought the person couldn't be like, one, laughing with you besides, or having conversation with you besides the questions that are being asked, so that way it's a little bit more accurate. I thought the person had to be a little bit a distance from you. You get what I'm saying? I just thought it had to be a lot more controlled than what it was. I just felt like none of these could be really used as accurate, Blues and Rocks, because it was too much of like a ha kiki type of environment. Y'all see what I'm saying? I was just like, what? Like, it was just too wild for me. It was too wild. So then, after that happened, they started asking each other questions, and they're like, first it was Rock's turn. Rock's like, do you believe it's your baby, Miggy? And he's like, no. And the lie detector determined that was a lie, which we all know. You know that's your baby, Blue. I do think that Chrisean may have been, going downtown on niggas while she was with Blue, which he does that with other girls. So it's like, what's the issue? Both of y'all ain't shit. So I don't see the problem. But I don't think Chrisean would let anybody go in her raw and have a whole kid besides Blue. I feel like she cuts the limit off at that point. Another thing that she asked, she said, do you let me, nigga? Do you let me? Do you let me or not? And he says, yes. Lie detector determined that was the truth. Damn, I miss Maury. So Rock says, are you excited to be a family, nigga? He says, no. That was a lie. I just feel like the lie detector, like, I thought the guy who's conducting the lie detector test was supposed to be saying the questions, and the person may be in the room or maybe watching outside the room or something. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, just so it's the most accurate possible. But hey, what do I know? So it's Blueface's turn. So they ask, have you cheated? He says no. That was a lie. And they ask her that. She says, no, that was a lie, which we all know. I think everybody kind of knows Chrisean probably has dibbled and dabbled besides of Blue, which who wouldn't if you getting cheated on 24/7. So they asked her, has she been with anyone in 2023 sexually? She says no. That was a lie. He asked her about like 3 times, and the lie detector guy was saying, oh, no, it's picking up that, she's not being truthful. And they had little fire alarms, like little red, white, and blue police officers sirens popping off every time she lied. Okay? So she was lying. And they asked her, have you been having intercourse while being pregnant? She says no. That was a lie. Okay? Next thing you know, Chrisean ran out the room like more. She's like, I'm playing. She didn't do that. That would have been a keto. Blue was mad though at that point. He was like, give me my jacket. And then next episode, we see him snapping on her, cussing her out because of that. Not gonna lie, both you guys are trash because both you guys cheat on each other. But Rock, for you to be doing that while pregnant, that's not good. And that's not right. I just don't think like she should have done that. You feel me? Like, whoa. That threw me for a loop. I ain't gonna lie to you. And the episode sort of ends off there. Okay, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Did y'all think the same as me that y'all thought a lie detector test was supposed to be a little bit more, proper? Like maybe it's the Blue Rock version. I don't know. Leave y'all comments down below. We out, baby.
No personal thing.